Look at your saved videos. You are hoarding hundreds of routines and fitness plans that are currently gathering digital dust. You save them, you scroll past them, and execute nothing. Let's burn those excuses right now. People constantly blame their genetics for a soft midsection. The biological reality is that poor daily habits and a total lack of consistency are the true bottlenecks stopping your abdominal definition. This is the 10-day blueprint. The prerequisites are minimal. You need zero equipment, you need a flat floor, and you need strict discipline to follow the exact protocol laid out over the next 10 days. We are treating this as a pass-fail test. Surviving this challenge relies entirely on your psychological endurance to execute the work when you don't feel like doing it. Step 1. Day 1 activates the foundation. We are stripping it back to basic crunches and leg raises to establish a baseline of core engagement. This side-by-side comparison shows the most common biomechanical error in abdominal training. Pulling your cervical spine forward disengages the abdominal wall and transfers tension directly to your neck. Keep your alignment neutral. Time for a reality check. Your core's primary biological function is to stabilize your entire skeletal structure under load. Looking good is simply a byproduct of building a strong, functional stabilizer. Day 2 hits the obliques. We are using Russian twists. Topping the floor next to your hips does nothing if your chest remains facing forward. You must achieve full torso rotation to activate the muscle fibers. Here is your daily mandate. Drink 1 gallon of water. You have to actively flush out water retention and subcutaneous bloating to tighten the skin over the muscle you are building. Day 3 attacks the lower abdominals. The protocol introduces continuous flutter kicks and strictly controlled reverse crunches. If your lower back arches off the floor during these movements, you lose the tension. Actively push down and glue your lumbar spine completely flat against the mat. Day 4 shifts the stimulus to isometric endurance. You will hold standard planks and side planks to force the entire trunk to fire simultaneously. A properly braced core creates a perfectly rigid line. Sagging your hips dumps the weight straight into your lower back, causing pain and ruining the hold. Brace hard. By now, your abdominal wall is deeply sore. Recognize that pain as physiological proof that the stimulus is working. If you quit on day 4, you reset your progress to 0. Day 5 marks the halfway point with bicycle crunches and toe touches. This descending line graph illustrates the new protocol. Rest periods drop from 30 to 20 seconds, crossed against a sharp spike in intensity. Notice how the graph shifts. The baseline now represents metabolic maintenance. Dropping your caloric intake below that baseline is biologically mandatory. You cannot out-train a massive calorie surplus, and the abdominal wall will remain hidden under a layer of fat until you fix your diet. Day 6 introduces compound core movements. V-ups and hollow body holds demand that both the upper and lower abdominals fire at the exact same time. Momentum kills tension. You must prioritize slow, controlled eccentric movements on the way down, resisting gravity rather than relying on rapid, sloppy repetitions. Day 7 dials back the pace for mandatory active recovery. The protocol shifts entirely to bird dogs, dead bugs, and deep fascial stretching. Muscle tissue does not grow while you are training it. It repairs and hypertrophies exclusively during recovery phases. Executing Day 7 properly is critical for actual structural growth. Day 8 escalates the demand by integrating cardio core movements. Mountain climbers and plank jacks will force your core to stabilize while your heart rate accelerates. You have exactly 3 days left. This is the exact moment when laziness creeps back in and people rationalize quitting. Push through. Day 9 is the gauntlet. We are combining the hardest movements from the past 8 days into one massive sequential giant set. The gauntlet requires 0 rest transitions. You will move from lower ab exercises directly into oblique rotations and straight into compound isometric holds without stopping to breathe. Day 10 is the finale. The protocol is simple. Perform maximum repetitions of these core movements until you reach total muscular failure. You stop when the muscle gives out, not when you get tired. Surviving Day 10 proves that your psychological discipline has finally caught up to your physical capability. You successfully overrode the desire to stop. You started with the absolute basics, and you escalated the physical demand every single day to reach maximum failure. This poster cleanly summarizes the entire 10-day schedule, the precise exercises, the set structures, and the rest times. Screenshot this blueprint right now so you have the immediate reference. Recognize that these 10 days are merely a primer to force systemic habit change. True core mastery requires you to repeat this cycle indefinitely. The instructions are complete. Close the application, eliminate all remaining delays, get on the floor, and initiate